Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important topic for Angular, that is nested ngIf. We know how to use ngIf directive. In this session, we are going to talk about how we can use nested ngIf for our requirement. Okay. Now, to explain this thing, what I will do, I'll firstly explain you the requirement, like why do we need to implement the nested ngIf, and then we will practically understand the concept of nested ngIf. Okay. But before we proceed further, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow them sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for timing, we are just mainly focusing on how to use ngIf directive in a nested way. Okay, fine. So let's go and to app.component.html file. Here what we will do, we will simply print one message, and the message is welcome. We will simply write here h2 welcome to you can write anything like welcome to Sharmit dashboard, for example. Okay, so this is a message, welcome to Sharmit dashboard. Now what I will do, I will simply print this message. Okay, just to explain you the requirement. So here I will write ngserve -- open, enter. It will take few seconds and it will open the browser for us. So now you can see browser is open, and here we will get the message welcome to Sharmit dashboard. Now here I want to do one thing. Now we are just discussing the requirement. So requirement is that I want to print this message only if user is logged in into the system. Otherwise we will not show this message. Instead of this, we will show the message that user is not logged in. Clear? So I'm sure like you might know how to do this thing, because here we just need to use if else, and if else we already know, right? So what we will do, let's put it in a template and then write accordingly to the requirement. So here I will write ng template. Okay, in ng template we will put h2. In this h2 we will write welcome to Sharmit dashboard. Okay, so this message I want to show, but only when the user is logged in. So for that reason, what I will do here, I will use another template, and if user is not logged in, so we will mention that there. So ng template, here I will write h2. In h2 we will mention login failed. Okay, so this thing I want to show, login failed. Now let's give the name to these boxes. So I will assign this as logged in block. Okay, similarly here we will mention log.block, hashtag logged out block. So this is the naming we have given to these template. Now to use this template, what we will do, because now if you check the browser you will see nothing here. Why? Because we have to explicitly call these template or execute this template. So for that I will use here ng container. So I'll simply write here ng container. In this ng container we will simply mention the things. Okay, so let me put it in a ngIf condition. So here I will write *ngIf. Okay, *ngIf. So if you take the mouse cursor here, you will find that ngIf directive was used in template, but neither the ngIf directive nor the common module was imported. Okay, so for that what we will do, we will simply go to app.component.ts file. Here we will import this module. Where? In the import section. So here I will write common module. Once I hit enter, you will see that common module is imported. Fine. So let's go again, and now you can see error is removed. So here I will mention ngIf, and here is user status equal logged in. Okay, logged in. Okay, so this kind of thing I want to implement. So here we know that this is what we are getting here. Yeah, one quote is missing. Perfect. So now you can see user status does not exist, and we know that, right, because we have not defined it. So let's go here in app.component.ts file. Here we will define it. So I will write user status equal logged in. So for now I'm just putting it as logged in. Okay, now save it. Perfect. So once you save it and refresh the browser, let's go here. So what we are trying to do, ngIf if user status equal logged in, then, so after this we will write here then logged in block. Now you can simply save it, and after a save you will see that welcome to Sharmit dashboard has been printed. In case if user is not logged in, let's say if we here we write not logged in, so in this case it will not show nothing, it will show nothing, right? Why? Because we have not implemented the else part. So let's implement the else part also. So here we will write else logged out block. Okay, and then you can save it. Perfect. So now you can save it, and I think something is wrong. We have kept it outside the block, so we need to put it inside quotes. Remember this thing, okay? And here also we need to put semicolon. Perfect. So now it is showing login field. So this thing we already know, right, how to implement the if else. Now question comes, why do we need nested if? So we need nested if because once the user is logged in, we will simply show this message, welcome to the Sharmit dashboard, and after that if user is admin, okay, if user is admin, then in that case we will show you are logged in into admin system. If you are if user is not logged in, then we will show something else. Okay, so for that situation what we will do, we will write here another h1 h2. Here we will mention ngIf. In ngIf we will mention let's write it as ngIf. Okay, so in ngIf we will mention you admin is admin, so we will define it as is admin. Okay, so if equal true, then we will simply mention true. Okay, we will just keep it as it is, okay, because we will just want to execute it. So here we will simply go for app.component.ts and we will define it as true. Perfect. Now you can save it and refresh the browser. So currently it is showing login field. Why? Because the user is not logged in. So let's make it as logged in. Save it, and now you can see welcome to the Sharmit dashboard. Let's go again. Here we have mentioned true. So let's go again to app.component. Is admin showing any error? No, it is not showing any error. Equal true. Then in that case we will mention the text, you are logged in into admin dashboard. Perfect. So this thing I want to share. Now you can see you are logged in into admin dashboard. So this is called nesting condition. Why? Because inside a if condition, again we are checking for if condition. Okay, in fact, like if here after, so you understand the concept, right? Although like we can implement this thing here also, just to show you the thing. Let's click it here. Okay, but I think now it is clear that firstly we are checking through container. That is fine, we are using this container. Inside a container, firstly it will check if user is logged in. So what it will do, it will implement this block. Now inside this if block we are checking again if user is admin, you are logged in into the admin dashboard. Else we can, and if you want, let's say if you want to show another equals to false, so here we will mention you are logged in into normal dashboard. Okay, so let's say if we go app.component.ts file, here if I mention false, so it will simply show you are logged in into normal dashboard. Clear? So this is how it works. If you want to implement one more if condition inside this, that is also acceptable. You can simply mention it. So basically what is nested if? As nested if means ngIf, then there is a block. Inside this we are again checking ngIf, then there is a again block, then we are checking ngIf. So as many times as you want to implement this logic, this is called nesting. Okay, if inside if. So we have everything, we have each concept there is a nesting concept, nesting for loop, nesting if loop. Okay, so I hope this session is clear to all of you, and if you have any queries or concern, you can ask me in the comment section so that I can try to help you there. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.